Matrix Web, you're welcome to the live. How are you doing today? Fortune, you're welcome. It has been a while. I just want to design a flyer online, so I hope you guys will stick around while I design. Yes, I'm doing very well, thank you. Great to have you here also. So I just want to do like a birthday flyer today. Um, I'm going to be doing a flyer for him. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Fortune. Okay, then, um, we'll see. Let's see what we can create today. I don't know. I don't have any idea in mind yet, but I'm sure with you guys' help, we can create something good. I'm just going to look for his picture. Think I think these pictures are good. Just going to copy the link so I can download it online. Whoa, we have 11 people here. You all are welcome. That's crazy. That's crazy. You all are welcome to the live. You guys are free to leave your comments where you're watching from or something like that. And you're also free to ask me questions too if you're interested in learning some stuffs in Photoshop. You can ask me question if you don't understand. So, okay, I'm going to download this, download this, download this, download this, download this. If you're new to my channel, kindly subscribe. It's going to mean a lot to me. Kindly subscribe to my channel so you can get notified. Emmanuel, Emmanuel in the chat. You're welcome to my live. You're welcome, you're welcome. Glad to have you here. Okay, so guys, this is what I used to upscale my image, and this site is really good. It's actually going to give you a very high quality image. That you can use for your design. So I can recommend it for you on your next design project. And uh, yeah, it's really good. So I'm going to drag my image here, put it to 400, and put the ratio to 400%. And I'm going to click on upload and start. So it's uploaded now. It's going to process the image. Then after processing, it's going to upscale it for me. Meanwhile, I can still go to my photo room. This is what I used to remove my backgrounds after upscaling. And if you are using the pro version of photo room, you can get the picture in high quality after removing the background, which is very nice. And the pro version of photo room is not that much, so I think it's affordable. You can use the pro so you can get your images at high quality. Yeah, so let's see, our picture is ready. So I just click on download. Yeah, it's downloaded. So I want to just quickly show you the difference. So we can see, if I hover around here, you can see the size is 102 KB here. But if I hover around the upscaled version, you can see it went all the way to 2.93 MB. So you can see the difference. It really made our picture clear, and also in quality. You can see how sharp it is. So that's my secret, guys. That's what I use for upscaling my image most times. Let me just do the same for the rest. I'm just going to close this and drag my image here to remove the background. And I think the size is also going to increase when the background is removed. So it's retaining the quality. Photo room is retaining and also making sure it's giving the high quality and the best quality. So if I switch this off and download my PNG, you're going to see that it went all the way to 6 MB. Can you imagine? 6.9 MB, 0.89 MB. You can see the difference. The gap is too much, from 2 MB to 6 MB. So I recommend you use Photo Room. Photo Room is really, really good. It's going to give you a very good quality. Let me know in the comments if you want me to drop the resources so that you can practice. Let me know in the comments so I can drop it after the video. So let me know in the comments. Uh, let's go ahead and upscale this one. So wait for it to process. So I don't need this page again. I'm going to close it. I just have to make sure I close as many pages as possible since I'm live streaming. So my work won't be slow, or the video or the live video won't be slow. Okay, so I've downloaded this. Just come here and remove the background for this one too. Just doing everything step by step so I won't mix it up. Okay, then that means I'm going to leave the resources in the description. So after this video, kindly check the description. You'll see a link. I'm going to leave a link there, and you can practice. Yeah, you can practice with this video. I'm going to leave it there. I think I'll come more often here live on YouTube. I don't know. I've been really busy, but I think I'll start streaming more often. So you guys should encourage me to stream. Encourage me. So let's go to follow the steps. I don't need this tab anymore. Just going to go back. download. Okay, it's downloaded. Come here. Yeah, let's remove the background too. Yeah, and another thing with photo room is that you get to um get a clean background removal. You can see that the background is removed cleanly, neatly, and there's no like rough lines or rough edges. So photo room too. That's another reason why I can recommend photo room to you. Okay, so I'm just going to close this and bring in the next one, which is this one. We might not actually use all the image, but you just have to do everything because you don't know what image is going to suit your design. So we don't take the chances. Just do everything. So let it process. Okay, let's download this. Okay, it's downloaded. I'm just going to come here and remove the background for this one. Okay, so yeah, just follow the same steps and remove the background. And I think is remaining one more or two more. Yeah, I think we can use. We don't need to do upscale the pictures of him standing. There are two pictures of him standing. We can use just one, which is this one we just upscaled. So we don't need to do a double double upscaling of these two full pictures because they are almost alike. We can just move ahead to upscale this one. Yeah, you can upscale this one and the last one. Then we start by getting backgrounds from Pinterest and yeah, something like that. Tiffania, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so I'm just going to download this. Uh, yeah, I'm going to remove the background of this one too. You, how did you know I was live? You got notified or you saw my status, my WhatsApp status? Okay, funny. Okay, one more to go. One more to go, which is this one. No, yeah, I think that's all for now. Yeah, that's all. And now we need our Pinterest. Oh, okay, nice. You're welcome, though. Um, Yeah, batch upload uses the premium feature, so I am not using the premium feature. That's why you have to um you have to upload one by one. But if you're using the premium feature, you can upload all at once. So that's the difference. But it doesn't matter much. I also prefer using the I also prefer using um single upload on photo room, because when you upload multiple pictures at once, the size are going to be different. The size is lower than single upload. So I think it's for the better, I guess. For the better. These are some of my saved backgrounds, so these are where I come for inspiration. You can also visit my Pinterest to get some cool backgrounds. I'm just going to look for something that's going to go with his clothes, and I think something like this can go. I don't know. Let's check it out. So I've downloaded it, and I'm gonna bring it here. Background looks catchy though. So if I bring in something like this, okay, okay, um, and let's see, mm, let's see something like this. It's not bad. Okay, so obviously I'm going to blend the down part of this image, which is creating my marks. If you're familiar with Photoshop, then blending in this, just reduce the opacity a little so it doesn't blend too fast. And I'm going to add a layer here, so I can add a black gradient for now. A black gradient. Just going to change the color to black. Then yeah, I'll do something like this. Yeah, something like that. Although I want the background to have more um elements. So let's search on Pinterest for more stuff we can add. I'm going to go back. And maybe something dark that has a dark brown color. Mm, let's check out something like this. And maybe below here. something I can add the picture where he's sitting on the chair. So if I add something like this and add this picture, then it's, yeah. Although the I don't think there'll be space to add his name or something, so I have to choose what picture I add here. Um, let's see. Let's increase the brush. Uh, just going to duplicate this background and change this to screen. Hmm, trying to get this stuff only. Let's see if their chat GPT can help us with this. So I'm going to upload my picture. Oh, it's still loading. Sunday John, thank you for that. You're also welcome to the live. You're welcome. You're welcome. Let's see. What can we call this flare on the background. Um, I don't know what to call this. All this stuff. Okay, let's see. Um, okay, so let's wait for it while we'll go back to our Photoshop. Okay, now I'm just going to get some ideas on Pinterest, some shape ideas, because if you know my style of design, I normally add like two main pictures, then add couple of shapes that I can clip little images inside, something like that. So now I want to look for some shapes, good shapes I can use, something like this. This is my last design. You can see that there's this round shape around. So I just want to look for some unique shapes like this that I can add to my design. Yeah, something like that, like a lightning effect. But I think ChatGPT will understand what I mean. So let's see what it brings out, because I'm thinking I have an idea of what I want to use that stuff for. So probably it's going to give me what I want. Okay, so let's upload to ChatGPT and wait. Okay. Hmm. You can see some cool shapes that I've saved here for future purposes. And the round one you just saw here, I got the idea from this particular image. I got the idea from this image to create that one you just saw. So yeah, this is where I get some of my shape ideas. Then I used my AI to modify it and stuff. So yeah, you're going to get some really insightful stuff on my page that can help you in your um graphic design. So let's just check for some shapes. Um, I don't know if I pronounce your name well. Aliu, you're welcome. Aliu, you're welcome to the live. You're all welcome. Glad to have you all here. I was thinking of using something like this earlier on, but um, I don't think it's going to work out. So let's look for shapes that are less complex. Less complex shapes. Let's see what ChatGPT has given us. Okay, it's loading. I hope it gives us a good image. So I'm just going to download this. I think it gives me what I'm looking for, but let's try it out. I don't know. I think I have a slow network today, but never mind. Hmm. You guys can suggest a shape I can use, then we'll see how we can modify that shape, something like that. Okay, I'm seeing this shape actually. I don't know. Seems like this shape is going to do something great. Just going to download. Okay, just like something I can. So for you to see the beauty of this kind of background, it has to be in a dark space like this for you to see. But I don't know what we can actually use this kind of design to do. Maybe we'll figure it out later. But for now, I'm looking for this. I oh I downloaded it multiple times. I'm just going to delete this, and I think I actually got what I'm looking for. Yeah, I think I got it. I'm just going to change this effect to screen. Obviously, I'm not going to be needing the top part of this. I just need this area so that I can do my manipulation on it. But let's see. Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. The design is giving the same vibe. Well, I don't know how I'm going to click images into that because the shapes are, I think they are little. So yeah, just let me just blend this. I think I've gotten an idea of what I can use this this image that was given to me by ChatGPT. I can use it for like a blurry shape or something. A faded shape. Let's see. Hmm. Not this. I'm not looking for this. Let's check this out. Okay. I think I'm seeing some shapes here we can actually use, like this one. Let's download this one. Uh, I don't know why I closed ChatGPT. I think I'm still going to make some modifications on this shape, but let's see how it's going to look like on the design first before. Hmm. So just trying to arrange some stuff here. Hmm. We- Um, bring in another picture that is different. It doesn't have a picture of him smiling though. I don't know why. Okay, actually, I could use this behind. Then I can actually use a standing picture here. where is my shape? This shape can go behind him. Yeah, something like this. And then I think I'm going to use ChatGPT to fill in this um cutout space here. But I think this positioning is good, and I'll just figure out how to place my images and blend it with this light here over here. So, and then I can add my text. Yeah, let's see how it's going to look like on different effects. I think I like the screen because of the flare. It makes the flare show now. And let's stick with the screen for now and see how images are going to look like when clicked inside. Let's start off with a picture we haven't used yet in this design and just see how it's going to look like. The back. Maybe something like this, then blend around. Yeah, I think this idea is going to work. I think it's going to look good. Let's try it for other spaces. But I don't want to go too far because of this stuff. So let's quickly change this using the chat GPT. Drag and drop. Let's go. Okay, so let's see what it's going to give us. Okay, now, yeah, I think this is okay. I can go with this, but this is already at the edge of the flyer, so I think we can still work with it. Yeah, so let's try using this one. Now I'm just going to take this to my photo room from here instead of downloading it. Just going to bring it here. Okay, is yeah. So let's not go too far with this shape, so we don't get to do everything from beginning. Just going to delete this and bring in this shape now. So obviously I'm going to flip it horizontally. No, actually vertically. I'm going to flip it vertically. Not vertically, horizontally actually. And just bring it here, arrange it the way you want. I think it was down here. Change of mind. Let's put it up here. It's looking good like this. Let me zoom out. Uh, yeah, I think I think there's no problem for this. I can just add like a fabric or something for this area. But this is the most important. It has to be full, not cut out. So well, I think we change this to screen. Okay. And this picture was clipped inside. I'll just bring it where it was. Where was it? I think the second. It was on the second place. Or should it be at this area? Okay. Let's switch this off for now. And we're going to blend out this area because it's looking a bit transparent. So we have to blend out this too. So there won't be too many pictures in the shape. Just going to blend this out. Blend his arm to this area. And I think we're maintaining just one color. Maybe we could spice things up later on with the background. Maybe use a different background. I think brown is making it look a bit dull. So we could just spice things up later on. So I'm just going to bring in more pictures and play with it. Let's check this place out. I think hard light goes better, but we have to reduce the opacity or something. And also change the perspective because of the position of the shape. Let's add some temporary gradients over here so we can work with our image much better. So something like this. We're still going to remove these gradients later on. Yeah, I just want to get to see all the hidden shapes and everything in the in this shape, so I can remove the hidden lines like this one, and also this one. Just going to bring in one more, or I could actually bring in a different picture from his page, but let's just stick with this one. I think one picture of him sitting. I think that's the picture I just added. Yeah, so let me just bring this here. Going to rotate it like this and change the perspective to something like this. Then I can right click and no, change to distort, and take this to something like this. Then I click OK and click it inside the shape, and I'll change this to either overlay or hard light depending on the. I think overlay works better around this area, and I use hard lights for this area. So you have to try to figure out the areas each effect works better. But I think the screen, or the overlay rather, works better around this area. I could also add some shadow under each shape, so it looks, I think, a bit more realistic. So later on, we're going to do that also. Yeah, I think there's too many repetition of images here, so I think we'll download one or two more. One or two more won't be bad. So I'm going to go back to the page, initial page, and take some more. Uh, yeah. Let's take one of these. I think it's smiling here also, so I think we could use this one. I'm just going to paste the link here. I think this the website is safefrom.net. So this is what I used to download my images and my and yeah, so my videos too, like Instagram videos, TikTok videos. So I don't need to upscale these images, because they're just going to be inside a shape, and I'm also going to blend it to a background. So uh yeah, I don't need to upscale this. It's just going to take away my credits for nothing. So um yeah, we just need two more pictures actually. So this can fit. I'm going to change the perspective, of course, to something like this, something a bit flat like this. It's going to work better. Then you click into your shape, and we see which effect goes well with it. I think the overlay also goes well with this one. Maybe we'll have to duplicate it or something, but the overlay goes well. And yeah, we'll blend out the unwanted areas like this part and also under this part. We could leave a little bit of stuff so it can act as a shadow, but we're still going to add a manual shadow with our brush, so we don't need to add these. I'm also thinking of adding like a brown color brush and changing the effect on this shape. But let's add all the pictures first so we see how it's going to look like. Let me duplicate this picture and reduce the opacity a little bit and the fill. And I'm also going to click this into the shape. So last but not the least, we're going to take this one that is actually smiling, and uh, we'll, I think we'll flip a little bit like this. Just make sure it's facing the same position with your shape. Then I'm going to change the perspective to something like this. I'm going to click it, change this to overlay again. Yeah, I can see it's a bit too bright. That's what I was thinking of adding brown color. So let's just blend this so we can see how the brown color is going to look like. Blend out these areas. I think I'll change this back to overlay because hard light is looking more weird. Linear light is even looking better, so overlay was looking somehow. Now for this shape, I'm just going to add a layer and choose my brush tool like a big size so it can blend well. Just going to change this color to this shade of brown. Yeah, I think this shade of brown. And just touch some areas like these areas that are too bright. So yeah, something like this. And maybe I can change this back to overlay since I have a dark background now. Not still working. Let's increase the opacity and fill back to 100. Yeah, it's still looking weird. So uh, let's see headlight. Now, if I add this flare effect around this shape, not too much, just something like that. Just going to blend out these areas. For now, let's blend out these areas and duplicate. Let's not make it too obvious, just something. Let's reduce the opacity. Now let's add like a layer and see how the brush is going to look like. Here, Yeah, so a shadow like this can work, just a little shadow, so they'll be like it's going to look a bit more realistic because why I'm doing this way because this whole shape is is already on the screen effect. So adding a shadow, a drop shadow is not going to affect it. So we have to use the brush to add something that will make it look real. Let's take it something like this and move it inside a little bit. Just going to reduce my brush so I can brush out these areas. I think I'm supposed to do also here. Going to max it and remove these areas. Yeah, something like that. Do I need here? I think so. Now get rid of this gradient. Not get rid of it, but bring it back to the normal position. Just something like this. You can see the gradient is somehow making the shadow of this to show. So I'm just going to improvise here and use my brush tool to remove some part of the gradients like these areas like this. So this will serve as my shadow. This layer will serve as my shadow. Then the second gradient is going to serve as the main gradient, the gradient layer. Yeah, so something like this. Like I said, we're going to try manipulate the background, spice things up a bit. Now let's go back to some backgrounds in my saved file or saved pictures. I also think a background like this could fit if we don't want to use like a brown background. I think an alternative can be this one or something yellowish, like light yellow and stuff like that. Yeah, this is much more. The brown background is much better. Just mm, if you can blend two windows together. Um, yeah, I'm just going to put something else there. I don't like this flare here around here. I want it to be a plain something. Then here can have the flare. So there's a background we can use for that. Oh, I don't know. I can't seem to find the background. Ode Daniel, you're welcome to the live. You said you need Photoshop 2026. Can I ask what's the specification of your laptop so I can let you know if your laptop can use um Photoshop 2026? Can I know the specification of your laptop, the space, the RAM, and the rest? Okay, guys. So I think I might have just found the right background for this. Mm, let's say something like this: yellowish, yellowish, yellowish. I just want something plain around here. Issei, you're welcome. I don't know if that's your name. Isai, you're welcome to the live. So let me bring that background again and make the light to be here. So just going to blend this. I don't know if it's fitting. I also want this gradient to be to cover this whole area here. What if this is at the top? Just to try. Okay. Um, I'm still waiting for Daniel to give me the specification of his laptop so I can let you know the whether your PC is good for it or not. Okay, I'm just going to go for overlay now and reduce the opacity and the fill to the amounts that I'm satisfied with. I don't know, guys. What do you think about this shape? Do you think it's lame or something? It's looking lame now that I've done everything. It's looking lame. Let me just group this and be comparing. It's looking lame. I feel I can add something better. I don't know. What do you guys think? I feel I can add something much better. Let me just switch this off. check out this. Okay. Let me just remove the layer, blend it out here. So for me, kindly let me know your laptop specification and I can send you the link, or you can join my WhatsApp channel later on. So I'll leave it in the description anyways. I'll leave my channel link in the description. But let me know um what the specification of your laptop is, so you won't crash your PC or something. I'm just going to look for a lens flare. Wait, I think this is from the main background, right? Okay, that's from the main background actually. So adding this, this. I just need to borrow some lens flare from one of my previous designs. There's a particular lens flare I'm looking for, and it's going to be difficult for me to find it on my folder. So let me just take it from here, easy peasy, and add it here, something like this. I can close this, and I'm just going to change the hue and saturation of this lens flare to like a brown or something, or dark or a light yellow. Yeah, I think this color matches. We said HP 4 GB RAM. I don't know. 4 GB RAM. I don't know if Photoshop 2026 version might work, but you might experience lagging. I don't know, somehow. If you have like so much stuff on your PC, you might experience lagging. But if you are just going to focus on designing, then I think it's okay for you. But if you're going to use it for other stuffs like I don't know, videos or you know other stuffs, but it might affect your PC. So it has to be strictly for designing, that kind of stuff. So depends on you what you want to use your laptop for. Oh wow, 64 GB RAM. Then that's more than enough. If your PC is 64 GB RAM, then you can actually use uh, you can use Photoshop 2026 actually, because I'm using 32 gig RAM currently, but 64 is way very good. So you can actually use 64. What I'm going to do, I'm going to highlight the link. If you're in my WhatsApp channel, I'm sure you might have seen the link or something. But if you didn't see it, I can highlight it, then let you know how you can download it and maybe send you the steps or something. Oh, I love this background. Uh, I think this background just give me the vibe I've been looking for. Um, let's see how I can blur out this area or just bring his picture down. I'm actually using the Streamlabs to stream on my PC. You can see the Streamlab here. This is what I'm actually using to stream, which takes a lot of RAM, which is why you might notice some lagging or something on my Photoshop. Yeah, it's because of the Streamlab. I use OBS Studio sometimes, but I prefer Streamlab because it's user friendly, I guess, and it's easy to manipulate, like the settings and everything. So I think I prefer the um, Streamlabs. Yeah, I use the Streamlabs. Okay, so guys, I don't know. Let me know this shape. Are you feeling it or not? I don't think I'm feeling it. It's not looking professional to my eye. I just feel we could add something a bit better. Oh, I just saw this background, and I think it's going to be very nice on this picture, on this design. I'm actually seeing all the backgrounds I've been looking for now that I've gone halfway. I don't know why. So it's time for you guys to decide in this in the in these two backgrounds which one I can use. So I'm just going to switch off this one and show you guys this one. So what do you guys think? The first or the second? This is the first. Let me just blend it. Let me blend it so you see the difference. Just going to blend this area. So guys, let me know, do you think this is better or this is better? What's your suggestion? This or this? This or this? What do you guys think? Kindly let me know. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually feeling this one, but I'm just going to go with what the majority decides. What do you guys what do you guys think? I'm feeling the both of them, but they are both too good. I'm just going to wait for that in the comment section, so we can move on to maybe the text or something. The second one, yeah, I'm feeling the second one too. I'm feeling this one because of this sunlight, the flowers and stuff. So I don't know. Let me try bringing this below, switching it on. think maybe I'll just go with this second one. Yeah, I'll go with this one. Okay, nice. I'm going to use this one. Yeah. Okay, looking good, looking good. Now, what's his name? I actually forgot his name. I have to go back to his page. I think blessed something. So I'm just going to go back. Sorry. Um, blessed. Yeah, I think this is the name. Okay, now I'm going to write. This is like the most difficult part of this design because I get to choose the fonts that will go with this design, which is really difficult. So I don't know. Let's see what font is going to go with this design. Maybe like a fat, tall font, like a bold font, like there's this font I have. Yeah, this font, the 5800 and yeah, something like this might actually be good. Maybe spacing. Yeah, something like this, a thick font, maybe behind this guy. This can be big, and I don't think we should change the effects. I can just leave it at the normal and maybe change the color to a brown color. Hmm. Or a light brown color or a dark brown color. Yeah, something like this. And maybe do some manipulation with the text. Yeah, around the S, the two S on his name. Maybe bring some part of the text to the front. So if I zoom in and I duplicate this text and bring one to the top of his to the top, let's see how it's going to look like. Um, let's see. I'm just going to move this a bit to the right and erase some areas. So I have to make this the hardness strong, so not so much like this. Um, something like this. something like this. Yeah, something like this. You get me? Yeah, something like this. So people actually see what text is behind and they won't get confused. So you already know this is an S because there's another S here which is showing in full. Mm, let's see. Can I manipulate this one also? Hmm, I don't think so. Let me switch it off and see. Mm, I can actually, let's see how this is going to look like here. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go well for this part. No, we'll leave it like that, how it is. Then we can add the second name with a script font or this royal font like this. Something like this. And yeah, just going to edit this background to make it a bit sharper. This background. So I'm going to go to my camera raw filter. The exposure, the vibrance important. The no, I don't need clarity, but I need sharpness and noise reduction. So sharpness and noise reduction. So this is another way of editing my background if I don't want to go to my upscaler and waste my credits. I could just use this camera raw to make it smooth, like very smooth. So I'm going to use the same settings for this other part of the background to give it that smooth look. And I'm going to add some stuff on this guy's face. So I'm going to add a layer, click this layer to this picture. So I'll add like a reflection, not like a reflection, like a light glowing at the edge of his face here. So it looks like this sunlight is shining on that part of his face. You understand? So I'm going to use my brush to do that. Something like this, what the black is doing, but this time I'm going to be using the yellow or something, light yellow or any yellow that goes with this, like this yellow. No, what yellow actually goes with this? Let's say this yellow. Let's see how it's going to look like. No, not this yellow, and not this kind of yellow. this yellow, like orange. No, not orange. Like orange yellow. And maybe I could change the effect to linear dot. Let's see how linear dot looks like. No. Let's see overlay. Overlay. No. Let's see screen. No. So basically, we could just use like white or something. Mm, whitish, yellowish, like this. Uh, hmm. Yeah, thank you, Tiffany. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Um, let's go with overlay for now around this area. I'm going to also blend this, and I'm going to add a second layer. This time is going to be a brighter version, like this. Yeah, I'm getting my glow a bit. Can add some here on the shoulder, not too much, not too obvious, but let let it show a little bit. Can also blend it, modify it, so you can see the difference before, after, before, after, before, after. So yeah, I like it. It's actually nice. Then I'm going to do the same for this picture here. Obviously, we have the lens flare here, shining in front of them, so they have to be like a reflection here around the back of his head too, like a light, what I just did here. So I'm going to do the same, add a layer and clip it. Going to clip it, then um yeah, change this first one to overlay, not so much. Then add another layer and use the screen. Just do a rough work. You can use the marks to blend it later on. And we blend. So this is before and after. So there's a big difference actually, and I think it's looking much, it's looking catchy, and it's blended to the background even more. So yeah, you should add this tip to your next design project or something. And I think the color of this two text is okay. The light brown and the white. Then maybe we could add something like like a happy birthday in front, maybe separated. So we've used like three fonts in one design. I think we have to maintain these three fonts. We've used the Sora font, the Grostek something font, and now the Cinzel font. So we have to minimize the number of fonts we're using. Three is the max number of fonts you can use in a design. So Just going to, yeah, just like a separated text like this, not too obvious, just there. Hmm. Okay, so I'm thinking instead of adding pictures around here or something, I could add like a part blur. I don't know if you guys know what a part blur is. Like there's some part of his body around the edge is going to blur and blend with this. So it's going to be like blurring away and blending with this stuff here. That's my idea, but I don't know if it's going to come out well. So I don't know. But I feel everyone who has Photoshop or even Pixel app can achieve something like this. So I don't think I've reached the potential of this design. You could still add something. I'm just going to save some of these cool backgrounds. I think interior backgrounds. I used this kind of backgrounds recently for birthday designs, and it actually looks good. So you can, if you notice here, this is an interior, this is an interior also. So I think this is now my favorite to use when designing a birthday flyer. You can try it too for your design, see how it looks like. So now, what am I looking for on Pinterest? I'm checking if even if it's like a frame I can add, or if you guys think this is okay, then yeah, I can still leave it like this. But if you guys feel I can add like a frame or something, or a place, just like a little placeholder where I can add his pictures, you can let me know too. Yeah, let me add like a little circle here behind his. Where is this picture? Yeah, um, this picture. I'm going to add like a circle or eclipse shape here. I don't think I've used this picture for a while now. I'm just going to use it now. I'm going to hold my shift key so it can give me a round shape. This is just for aesthetics, and there are other form of aesthetics, just like the small text which I'm going to add to. This I could just reduce the opacity, not too obvious, just let it be there. Then I could just add like a text, the signature text on overlay, autograph text. So um, it's going to be a big text that says blessed, and just going to bring it in here. This is just for aesthetics, but let's see if it's going to go well with our design or at the back of the design. probably at the back, something like that. And maybe just like a small text here. This time we're going to reduce it all the way to tiny text. Increase this a little bit. Increase the line spacing a little bit. And paste, 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 paste. Control A. I'll change this to this position. Change this to overlay. Yeah, just add some stuff. Blah blah blah, and maybe increase the line spacing and the spacing too. Yeah, something like that. Okay, okay. Now, when was the birthday? So I can add like a birthday date. Does someone know? Um, kindly leave it in the comments so I don't have to go back to Instagram. I'm just going to add it here. Black bonus, you're welcome to the live. You're welcome. So someone can leave a date for me or I can check Instagram. Okay, so I think this alone is also, is very good, but yeah, we're not done yet. But this is looking good already. This is looking good. Um, I'm just going to search for the dates on Instagram. So I think it was a day before yesterday or something. So just going to check. Going to check the day. Okay, so 2 days ago, that should be 1st of June. That should be 1st of June. So I could just change it here. So I'm just going to change the date to Roman. I use ChatGPT to change the date to a Roman text. I'm just going to change this to convert this to smart objects. So I won't, and I'm going to paste this here. I'm going to reduce it to maybe like 2 or something and increase it. So we have our date. Maybe I could reduce the spacing a little bit. So if you're just joining for the first time, you're welcome. I'm also going to be leaving this resources I used in my description. So if you want to practice and all, you can just check the description and get these images. So lastly, not lastly, but this place is really dark. So I need to look for like a place, something like he can stand on, and I think I can get that from one of the interior backgrounds or even this background as well. I can just fade out some areas and stuff. So let's see how this is going to look like first before going into the interior background. Let's check. So I'm going to do this under this. You can see without the gradients, you can see all this stuff we haven't blended. So that's why the gradient is important to stay save it from all the stress. And yeah, something like this I'm suggesting. Then I can blend it with the gradient. Not so obvious. You can see it's looking weird now. Just going to blend out all these areas, increase the opacity so I can get a clean removal. Oh, Dan, thank you so much. Dan said it's 31st May, so I have to correct that. Thank you so much, Dams. I'll correct that now. And yeah, let's just correct it so we don't forget about it. We're just going to correct this. I'm going to increase this number 3 and reduce it here. Reduce the spacing so it will be more visible. I'm going to click OK. So now let's get back to this stuff we're blending. And I'm going to do something to going to do some blending here. Not going to make it so obvious. So just going to see how it looks like if we can actually use it. And yeah, something like this. Yeah, I think this can work. This works actually. This works. So all I need to do now is to add a layer and add some shadows under his shoe. This is his picture. I'm just going to go below and add a layer, and I'm just going to change the size of the shape of the brush. You can change it here also. You can adjust it here. I'm just going to reduce it to this line and add like no, not this color. I have to use a black color to add a shadow. So I'm just going to add something like this. Yeah, it looks more like it's on the ground now, but the shadow is not looking real, so I still have to make some more blending. So I'm just going to add like layer mask. I'm going to add like layer mask and blend out the places I added so much brush. Like this area, yeah, I think this is okay now. Then I'm going to add another layer to add the brush here. Maybe like a line rather than a brush. Something like this. Then I can add the marks and blend it manually. Blend the sides a bit, so you can see the difference with before and after. It actually looks like a shadow. So yeah. Now, let's reduce this. Okay, so we're going somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Let's go to free pick to get some resources. Let's go to free pick. By the way, free pick now uses magnific.com, not free pick. So if you want to use free pick, you can just start from magnific. You can see the logo has changed and everything. So this is the new how the new site looks like or something. What was I coming to search here? Um, yeah, okay. Mhm. Let's search for it. Um, it's going to bring out some pictures. Okay, so let's see what picture will be nice, what frame will be nice. I think I've used this a lot of times, so I have to change, do something, use something different, like this one. This is actually free. You could download this for free. So yeah, you could just use this one. You just download it. Okay, and I'm going to open the file and just double tap on this Photoshop file so it can open the file at once. Then I can drag and drop instead of extracting the file. You could just use this technique, and yeah, I think even though we don't want to add something, this is enough something. If you don't want to add like those kind of shapes, complex shapes, this this can also um this is also good. Could use something like this too. Another thing I want to add that I feel is going to make sense is some leaves because of this leaf here. So I want to make it come on other places. So we don't just have everything brown. We have like touch of green here and there. So if you understand, it won't be too dull. It will be a bit colorful, something like that. So mm, green, yeah. So let's see what we have to look for something that is a bit similar to this one. Something that I think something like this. Yeah, it looks good too. Um, yeah, this actually looks similar. This one is a premium leaf. It's premium, so I'm just going to download this one. If we don't make it too obvious, maybe just reduce it somewhere. Then yeah, we could use it. Yeah, I'm just going to download. Actually, I was thinking this would be good, but I'm going to stick with this one. Just going to copy the link so I can download it somewhere else. And again, going to paste my link and download. Okay, my link is available now. I'm just going to go to since it's not a PSD file, I have to use like photo room to remove the background so it can still keep my the quality of the image intact. You can see here this is 1.11 MB. It's probably going to give a higher quality for this. So let's check and find out. Just going to close this, close some of this so I won't get so many files open. And yeah, let's see the size. You can see 6.53 MB. Anyways, this is like a pro version of photo room, and it's not actually too cost, so you could actually use the pro version if you really value like neat pictures instead of um instead of paying for courses that teaches you how to upscale. You could just follow the simple steps. If you started the beginning of this live, you'll see the step by step process of how I upscale my images. And yeah, if you just follow that step, you can get the same quality. Now it's up to you to know the process of how you want to upload it on your social media accounts and stuff. Left for me, I use the WhatsApp feature to send my designs over to my phone, then use the Snapseed app to upscale and edit it again, add some editing before posting. So there are like too many process, but it's going to worth it. It's going to be worth it. So this lead, I don't know if it's looking good and it's not looking similar to this one. I'm not satisfied with the lead. So I don't know. What do you guys think about the leaf? It's a good idea just to find a leaf that's similar to the initial one on the flyer, or we could improvise actually. Let's see how ChatGPT can be of help now. I'm going to bring in the picture. Yeah, I'm just going to bring in. Um, let's see how I can tell ChatGPT to. So let's see if ChatGPT can actually give me the leaf I'm looking for. Copying the leaf. I don't think we could copy. We can try actually using our selection tool to select some part of the leaf, but it's going to give you a very rough work because um Photoshop um the selection tool for Photoshop won't easily identify the leaves on this background with too many elements. So I think it's best either to regenerate or search for similar leaves, something like that. So where is I'm looking for this leaf. Okay, I've seen it. And probably ChatGPT will give me what I'm looking for. Yeah, it actually gave me this particular area. It gave me so yeah. Kudos to ChatGPT. Did a good job. So all I have to do is delete this and download. We got the right link. So these are options for you to use. Sometimes AI is the best option for you. Just know how to use your prompt. Sometimes prompts can be very confusing and should I say difficult. Your prompts can um stop you from getting the right image you're looking for. So you have to really know how to use your prompt. So you just look for a right place to add this leaf, just as a bonus to this design. And yeah, it's actually a background. So if it was a single leaf, we could actually copy it. That is not a problem. We just had to duplicate it or something. But this is placed with the background, so we can't actually copy the leaf. We have to look for a way like using AI or manually doing it with your selection tool, which is going to take a lot of time. So now we move to our frame that we added initially, and I almost forgot about it. We're just going to add a picture we haven't used, which is let it be a different picture. No, if we add this, it's going to look somehow. So mm, maybe a picture of this one where he's sitting down. So I'm going to erase around the edges, but don't pass the frame. Just erase outside the frame. Erase outside the frame. And now I'm going to add the camera raw filter. Now I think I'm probably done with everything I have to do. Yeah, I just need to edit my images now using the camera raw filter. You can check out my settings while I edit the pictures. I don't think that there's too much things to edit here because the upscaler pretty done everything. It's done everything already. So you just have to, add some little changes. Just, some lightning, some stuff like that, and maybe sharpen it a little because we're going to be posting this on social media. So no matter how the social media platform reduce the quality, the sharpness will help your image or your design still look sharp because of this editing. So that's why I use it sometimes. And make sure I add the noise reduction so there won't be any um rough edges or rough places. So yeah, I hope you saw the settings. You can use it. And I don't know, let me just copy this. I'm just going to copy this so I don't mix it up. I'm going to copy all this stuff I used. I mean, even the one I didn't use, I'm just going to copy everything so that you guys can use to practice. Yeah, so I'm going to copy everything. Um, you know, so I'm just going to like cut this. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut it because I don't need it again. Rather copy it. I don't want to risk it. So I'm just going to copy it and paste it here. So yeah, so these are the stuff I'm going to be uploading. Just going to change this to a compressed file. I'm going to compress this so that you can extract it when you download. Yeah, so I'm going to upload this once this video is stopped. So that's it, guys. I just have to edit, add the same camera raw settings for the remaining two pictures, and we've done this design. That's one thing about background process. You get to know the steps I took. You can see that I wanted to use the shape initially, but we ended up not using the shape. So that's designing for you. You could just be doing something and you just end up designing a different thing. So yeah, for the last image, which is this one, just going to rasterize it and add the camera raw filter to it, and we're done. So what do you guys think of this design? Did I cook or not? Isaac, I'm going to be leaving the link under the description immediately this live is over. So after the live, just go over the description and I'll leave the link there immediately. So the link will be provided. But for the meantime, I'm done with this design. Just going to save it. Or if you think that there's something I can add to it, you can suggest. The suggestions are welcome. Mm, I'm just going to add this effect here too. Mm, I think that's it for today, guys. Um, I'll probably come live tomorrow. I'll actually come live tomorrow. I think I'll be doing a daily live stream now. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about me streaming every day? If you guys think it's okay and you'll be available, you'll be active, then sure, I can be streaming every day. I can be designing random stuff every day for you guys. So let me know in the comments if you want me to stream every day. Thank you, Fortune. Thank you, Fortune. So yeah, I'm just going to save this as an image. Okay. Um, Run entertainment. Okay. So that's it. I'm going to be doing a daily live, guys. So I'll be expecting to see you on my live daily. Thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you so much for sticking around. And expect this on your screens very soon. I'm going to be posting it a few minutes, and also the link, as promised, will be left in the description. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thank you, and see you.